And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. Oh, let me make sure the Wi-Fi is killed. Okay, the Wi-Fi is off. Alrighty. I'm so excited. Today is Friday. Oh, today's Friday. Yes. So excited that today is Friday because who the fuck doesn't like a good end of the weekend? I'm just going to throw that out there. And am I late? Yes, I'm late because I was busy. Not doing what Bevy said. That's totally fine. Totally fine. I mean, I tried. But I had a date night last night, which was amazing. We went out to dinner. We had an amazing night. But yeah, I did have a date night last night. So I want all that for all of you, which we're going to talk about the most recent success stories that popped off in the group. Do you see the shit? Like, this is a negative review. They want me to give them a review. Is it supposed to be a positive review? Because this shit is gross, right? Any hoot nanner. Let me tuck that in because it drives me nuts. And the fair just started, so I'm super excited to go to the fair. County fair. But it's hot as fuck, so we want to go in the evening, right? When adults go and children aren't there. You know what I mean? So, anywho, alrighty. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption, everything else to work in your favor. I know that already sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock. What up, Sarah, girlfriend? I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can always catch it on the tube of the U. So head on over there. But while you're there, please hit the subscribe button. Engage in the video. Drop a comment so it pushes it out. But most importantly, implement that shit, okay? I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I managed to cut that time in fucking half if you'd actually do what I say. And so, yeah, if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links obviously are in my bio. Or description if you're on YouTube. I'm sorry, Taylor. I let you down. Taylor. I'm so sorry. But I was on a date last night, bitch. Elena, hopefully, you're staying focused. Good snaps for Jackie, who is getting confirmation. I gotta trust. She's very jealous of her. Of course, why wouldn't she? Oh, Sarah, that's the worst. Nausea is the worst. I cannot get through it. I will ring it. I will. But I cannot get through, the nausea. Like when I would go pick up fried food, I'd have to put it in the fucking trunk of the car because it would like literally make me nauseous. I couldn't eat at all. Unless I smoke some pot. Say what you fucking want. Say what you want. My daughter is smart as shit. My brother was like, maybe you're onto something. Because your daughter's fucking smart and everything is going in her. And your daughter's smart and she slept like a baby. That's right. That's fucking right. But any hoot nanner. We also have SP... not subliminals, guided meditations, hypnosis audios, all the shit. Okay, SP stories paired with the song. You should go ahead and grab yours until I get around to. Oh, Betty's here. My boss has entered the room. So until I get around to uploading the prices, which Bevy keeps being like, you need to do that shit like today though. So I am gonna do that today because I answered a Bevy. Oh. What up, Irene girlfriend? What up, Angela? So, yeah. We also have a friendly contest every day on the tube of Tiki Talk. I was going to say the tube of you. But if you share this live or repost this live, then you'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. And I'm in a super good fucking mood today, by the way, because, when you get to relieve some tension, things like that. Have an amazing date night. I mean, what's there not to be in a good mood about? which let's talk about a success story that was just posted in our success stories on, well, no, they need to start posting in the success stories. I think she might have, but it was, first of all, snaps to Crazy Court, who got the job that she wanted, of course. Why wouldn't she? But then we have Melissa. Oh, I was just snapsing for you, Crazy Court, for getting the job. And then we have someone here who came across my live yesterday. Let this sink in, because we're going to actually talk about this today. But it only applies to a select few, okay? So please don't take it and run with that shit. But we were, she posted, she just came across, I want you to let this sink in for a second. She just came across my live yesterday, okay? So she's only watched one live. And she told herself, what I tell you guys always to tell yourself is, he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. He tells me everything I want to hear. He always tells me everything I want to hear. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Taylor. Yes, Melissa, I will do that. Tell me everything I want to hear. So she's been waiting 3 years to ask her SP certain questions. She finally had the guts after watching my live to ask her SP the 3 questions she's been wanting to ask him. So I always tell you guys to not ask questions that you don't know the answer to. However, is there a way to technically force the 3D without forcing the 3D, right? But to leverage the 3D. So that's what she did. So she asked the questions that she's been wanting to ask for 3 years, but never had the courage to ask. All of a sudden, she had the courage to ask it after watching the live. She asked him the 3 questions, but the entire time in her mind, she was like, he always tells me everything I want to hear. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. He always tells me everything I want to hear. He tells me everything I want to hear, right? So he gave her the answers to her questions that was exactly what she wanted to hear. So did she know the answers? No. But did she leverage that? Right? Because it's all about leveraging. So did she leverage the fact that she didn't know the answers, but then said something different in here that would push out there, right? So that's exactly what happened. So snaps. Now, should you all do that shit? No. Please don't. But it depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at. Okay? So like, if you're in complete no contact, please don't do that shit. Okay? But if you are, then you can change that. Okay? So we talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like that shit, I mean, there's other lives that you can scroll to. I mean, but we're not. So if you have a question about how to manifest your SP back, drop it in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. But we're not exclusive to SPs around here. So if you also want to know how to manifest money, business success, weight loss, health, living somewhere else, whatever the fuck you want, I got you covered. Because luckily for you, I've done it all. So I only teach on things that I've successfully manifested, okay? And that I know how to manifest. So if you want to know how to manifest any of that shit, just drop a comment. I'd be happy to answer, okay? So, Melissa. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're asking about how, I forget, YouTube can't see the comments. You're asking, you want the Manifest For You pack, but you only speak Spanish. That's fine. Because what we can do is translate together. Okay, so look, I guess it wouldn't be together. But what would happen is, like when you book the call, say I only speak Spanish, okay? And what we would do is put you in the WhatsApp group. It's a private group, just you, me, and my team. That would be where we would communicate. So therefore it's translated. Okay, see what I'm saying? So we would be able to translate for you. Or I have, which I have to figure out on Zoom, where I can put the transcriber on so it translates for you and then it translates for me. So don't even trip. Don't even trip because I got people around the world, girl. So you're solid. You are solid. So we will get it figured out. That's all I know. We will get it figured out. Don't even worry about it. Okay? Okay. Luis met SP today and went good, but he was flipping between friends and flirting. Need to stop friendship. Of course you do. But like the person who came across my live yesterday, she literally just said that that's what you need to tell yourself is we're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. No more friendship status. The only reason why they flip between is because you are flipping between. You want one thing, you tell yourself the opposite, this, that, and the fucking third, and we got a whole goddamn cycle, which is why they flippy flip-flop. That's what I'm saying. Gotta stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. That's right, Irene. She says eating a sandwich and chips, and it's all going straight to her ass. That's right. I'm telling you, we don't just manifest SPs around here. We get our sexy back. We get all the shit. Like, what do you want? A big ass, big old titties. That's what you have to do. Mommy, no shame in the game. Laura, can you give me an example for him saying, I would go with her right now, but I know I will regret it? Huh? I'm trying to think. What? Oh, okay. What? Okay. Him saying, I will go with her right now, but I will regret it. Okay, cool. So focus on the last half of that sentence. So he absolutely, it's the biggest regret of his life. The biggest regret he's ever had is going with her. Like, he won't do that. He's not willing to take the risk. Something different. Okay? Because here's the thing. There you go, Angela. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good, Melissa. So we can always have an interpreter on there. Oh, that's fucking good. That's a great ass idea, Angela. Be prepared. We'll have an interpreter on there. Oh, what the fuck are you talking about then, Laura? Can you ask them what I was saying? If you're not talking about other girls, then what the fuck is go with her right now? Oh, you? Is that you? Because if you're referring to you, then no, that's the best decision he's ever made. That's the only thing that feels right to him. The only thing that feels right to him is us being together. Like, period. You need to stop seeing him as regretting. Excuse me while I fix my bangage there. Stop seeing him as regretting, okay? And don't worry, I know it might trigger some of you, like lounge chewing triggers me, but give me like a week or two and I'm pretty sure the whole like bang up session will become different. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so he was talking about you. No. So leverage what he said. He would go with you right now. Forget the rest. The only thing that feels right to him is you being together. The only thing that feels right to him is you being together. Tell yourself that. Tell your fucking self that. No, Lone. I hate that they say be delusional. I don't want you to be delusional. Danger. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that was unthinkable quickly. Okay, listen. I don't want the term delusional fucks you up because delusional implies exactly that. Not here. not real. Okay? So if that's the definition that you have, delusional is not a good term to use. So no, there's nothing to be, confidence, there's nothing to be delusional about confidence, right? So because of that, it's where you make everything about you. You assign the meaning that you want to everything. You make everything about you. How is that being delusional? It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not being delusional by being like, I know he's thinking about me right now. Absolutely. Yep. All he does is think about me. Anytime he's on TikTok, all he does is think about me. He only goes on TikTok just to see if I'm on fucking line. Yep. I know we're getting back together. That's not being delusional. That's called confidence. That's called the knowing, right? That's called, okay. So when you say like, I know we're getting back together. I know he's coming home. I know we're getting back together, period. That's not delusional. That's certainty, right? That's knowing the outcome. That's what manifests. Okay, so this is where when people go through court cases, this is where they fuck up because they're putting all their fucking faith in the justice system, which is highly unrecommended. What up, Ray, girlfriend? Because actually that's going to be I have a lot of like passion projects of mine, and that's one of them. Is going from, if you want to know my passion project when it comes to justice system, because, you know, you're going to see me. Thank you, Angela. You're going to see me most likely in the news because I plan to reform the justice system here in the States. Because I believe that juries should not be juries of your fucking peers that don't want to be there. Have you ever been on jury? Have you ever sat in jury duty? They don't even want to fucking be there. So how the fuck are they going to control your fate? They're like, I got something else to do. I don't even want to be here. And then on top of that, it's nothing but their personal opinion. My dad, he's been on a couple juries, and he was like, it's nothing but personal opinion when you go back there. They judge it from the beginning. And they're like, well, what if this? What if that? Nothing is stated on facts. Plus, on top of that, the experts that they parade on the stand, no one knows what the fuck they're talking about. So I think juries should be paid jobs, like, you know, the judge and the attorneys and everybody else in the courtroom, the court reporter and everything. I think it should be a paid fucking gig. I think you might get more of a serious verdict. That's just my thought. I think that juries should not be juries of the peer. And fucking people who understand what the hell they're listening to. Just saying. That's my own personal opinion in case you gave a fuck about my opinion of the justice system. Plus, I'm going to start at-home rehabilitation for people who are suffering from recovery, all that shit. That's a long-term goal. No, look, Luis. Before I started watching you, he said he'd never see me again. I'm guessing that changed. I'm guessing that changed. Chris, have you got it together? Have you got it together? Yes, Melissa. We can talk via translator on WhatsApp or through Angela. Danger. They will break no contact when you start seeing them as wanting to talk to you. Wanting to talk to you, thinking about you all the time. You need to understand when people think about you all the time. You're on their mind, you're on their mind, you're on their mind. Everything reminds them of you. You're on their mind, you're on their mind. They think about you all the time. Well, what the fuck happens? They're going to contact you, right? Don't you contact people you think about often? Or even once? Yeah. So that's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. Breaking no contact is not difficult. It's not difficult. Not difficult. Angela, are you talking to Melissa? What up, Brie girlfriend? Oh, she is. I love you, Angela. Son, what up, son? I love saying your name just because it's like, what up, son? Does anyone ever watch movie? I can't tell my boyfriend that anymore because whenever we watch a movie, he's like, are you paying attention? I'm like, He's like, are you going to rewind it? Mm-mm. Because if I do, then he's going to be like, okay, so Tyrese, I miss you too, bro. Where have you been? Message me. You know I don't disappear from your ass. Okay, all right, so here's the thing. I want you guys to understand, like I was just talking to Flashy about this, okay, is okay, so in the manifestation community, when you're aware of manifesting, right, and you become aware of, well, no one tells you how you've manifested up until now, but they tell you how to manifest, right? Does that make sense? Like they tell you your entire life has been a manifestation, but they don't tell you how you've been manifesting. They just tell you how to manifest. Okay. So the problem with this is you end up way overcomplicating the shit. Way overthinking the process, way overcomplicating, because you're like, well, this creator said to do 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 this, all this conflicting information. You're like, I'll just do this, I'll just do all the shit. And now you're overthinking things, you're overanalyzing, and you're doing all the things. It's not difficult. They try to confuse your ass because they want you to buy their shit. Okay, so they try to, and they're running out of content. So they're trying to confuse your ass. But when you simplify things, when you say, okay, I'm going to ditch everything I've fucking been told, and just listen to what Jen says. But I'm just going to stop fucking overcomplicating shit. And I'm just going to start like going back to the basics. Like, let me just go back to the basics, which is what we do here. We unfuck your mind, okay? We uncomplicate things for you. So because of that, people get results. Why? Because they're not trying anymore, okay? They're not in this technique fucking rabbit hole where they're like technique after technique after technique after technique after technique, and nothing is working, nothing is working, nothing is working, nothing is working. They're not doing that. So when I need 55,000 affirmations, everything needs to be an affirmation. Oh my God, how do I get this? How do I do this? How do I do this? It seems so simple if I just say this. Well, yeah, that's how that works. It's not a complicated shit. So sometimes you guys will be like, what do I affirm if I want this? And Bevy will be like, what do you think you should say? And you'll be like, he's going to invite me camping. She's like, exactly. Well, that seems too simple. I'm sorry. Is there like a thought formula out there that I'm unaware of? Like a math formula, right? Where it's like X plus Z equals Y plus, as you can tell, I don't do math. A. You know what I mean? No, there's not. It's not like, oh, here's the affirmation that will unlock all that shit. Because you didn't do that before. Okay, you weren't like, I think my relationship is on the fritz, but hold on. Let me formulate a thought that's complicated so that it manifests. What thought should I have? Did you do that? No. You didn't. The air is all non-fucking cold. No, you didn't. You just said random shit. Okay? Simplistic, right? You talked how you talk. I am not I'm a classy bitch. Don't get me wrong. But thanks, Tyrese. But I'm not like a sophisticated terminology person. Why? I don't need to use fancy words if I can appear smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I speak in real terms, in like simplistic language, because that's how I fucking talk. I don't need to do all that. Yeah. They're overcomplicating everything. You guys are way too into your fucking head. Like, and then you're like, I'm overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed because here's the thing, because you're not in control. That's where overwhelm comes from. You're overwhelmed because you're not in control. That's why you're overwhelmed. So when you get a grip and you finally get fucking in control, guess what you don't have anymore? Overwhelm. You're calm, relaxed, because you know the outcome. What part of that is unclear? Why do you think you need 55,000 affirmations and they need to be written a certain way? Because if they don't, 31st coffee, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Bevy bleeds coffee. But you don't need to do that. You guys way overthink everything. Well, this creator said this. I don't give a fuck what that creator said. Did I say that? No. So what the fuck? Do you think I care what that creator said? No. And all that creator is doing is fucking with your thoughts. That's all they're doing. So stop letting them do that. Simplify. Simplify. The process, if you want to know, the process to manifesting your SP back. Let's get into it. Okay, it isn't that difficult if you'd stop overcomplicating shit and overthinking things. Okay, this is why people work with us. Okay, this is why people work and hire us to do one-on-one. This is why they book a session to do one-on-one coaching or hire me just to fucking simplify the shit and manifest for them. Because they're like, I'm an overthinker, so I'd rather you just do it for me. Okay, great. We'll do that. Right? Or like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and no, it is not. I don't even know where. I know a lot of manifestation coaches like to let you believe that it's just like exclusive to women, like only women can manifest. No, I have lots of male clients. Okay. In which, to be quite frank, I personally believe, in my humble opinion, that men could, if they would harness their power, be faster manifestors than women. I said that shit. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because men naturally have an ego. You women do not. You women are full of insecurities because you create them and you keep them there. But men, yes, do they have insecurities? Yes. But do they naturally have a stronger ego? Yes. And the reason why is because of society. That's why, right? Because if they were to sit there and cry and call their friends and be like, oh, my girlfriend said this, that, and the third, what's the first thing their friends would say to them? Dude, man the fuck up, why are you acting like a bitch? Right? That's what they say. It's weakness in a man. According to society standards, let's be frank, okay? Because of what they've had to endure. So because of that, men are actually very powerful manifestors if they would harness their power, because they naturally have a stronger ego. Yeah, James. Of course you have a fucking ego. They do. Because you've had to be a man, right? Your entire life. It's like, what the fuck are you crying for? You know, even as a child, you know, you cry and your dad, if your dad's an alpha male, is like, what the fuck are you doing? Grow up. Like, stop being a bitch. Act like a man, right? You know what I'm saying? And so they're dealt with that stigma their entire life. So they have no choice but to have a stronger ego about them. So they're very much stronger manifestors if they would harness their power. Okay? But I was talking to somebody on a coaching call yesterday. He's like, I've been doing all the things. He goes, but yeah, you helped. He's like, but after talking to you, you really helped give me that clarity on where I'm going wrong. Right. Because he wasn't deading the conversation that kept coming up. And so when I helped point that out and pointed him in the right direction of, okay, well, here's your problem. And so unless you dead this conversation, ain't shit gonna change. And he was like, oh, that's why people work with us. Now, let me answer some of these fucking questions, because if not, then I lose them. I'll answer the questions, and then I will give you the proven formula to manifest your SP back if you actually do it. I mean, it's a very simple process. It's very simple. You need to stop overcomplicating shit, and I don't give a fuck what another creator tells you. Unless they are with their SP, but not with a new SP, but have successfully manifested their SP back. Why the fuck would you listen to somebody? That's as stupid as me listening to somebody teaching me how to manifest money that doesn't have a shit ton of money. or isn't on their way to having money. You know what I'm saying? Why in the fuck would I listen to you? That's as stupid as taking career advice from a receptionist. Just saying. Just saying. Right? Or taking life advice from a family member that has a shitty ass life. Why the fuck would you do that? You know what I mean? Just saying. Just saying. You probably shouldn't do that. I don't either, Angela. I do not know why. That's right, the feminine divine. Lawyer said she needed to change her hair to look appropriate. Change lawyers and won the case. That's right. The fuck change your goddamn hair. That's as stupid as when I went to go enter the acting industry. And they were like, you need to lose 10 to 15 pounds. I'm 125 pounds. What the fuck I need to lose 15 pounds for? I only had weight issues after I had my child. Before that, I didn't have him. So I was like... Then they wanted me to do a commercial on dates. And I was like, how do you do a commercial eating something that you think is fucking nasty and not make a face? I didn't get the gig. There should be a minimum IQ requirement to be on the jury. I think it should be a professional job. Like you go to school to be a lawyer, you need to go to school to be on the jury. You need to go to school to be a court reporter. You need to go to school to be, you know what I'm saying? And that's a skill set. Court reporters, by the way, are highly paid. Just letting you know. And it's outsourced, which is kind of alarming. Because they're not like, they don't work for like the county. It's like they're independent. I only know because one of my entrepreneur clients is a court reporter and it's her own business. And I was like, what in the fuck? Just saying. Irene, random gas station employees are supposed to decide your fate. Exactly my point. Because let's be honest. Probably, Bebby, 10 minutes early. But let's just be frank. Chris Peace, I got a bone to pick with you because I was trying to look for, because I know you're a gamer, bitch. So I was trying to look for a nice PC desktop gaming console. And I was expecting you to respond. You didn't fucking even answer. Tori, how do I deal with the concept of dominant thoughts manifesting when I have anxiety? Okay. So the first thing you need to do is stop identifying with having anxiety. Okay. All of you, your anxiety would go away if you would stop identifying with having it. Okay. Because it's no different than bipolar or ADHD or any of that shit. Okay, so like you'll do whatever you want and then blame the anxiety. Like, oh, I have anxiety, right? So like my brother would be the same way. He would do whatever the hell he wants, then blame having ADHD. And I was like, so that's somehow an excuse? I mean, because that's what it is. Justifications. It's just a sweet term for excuse. That's all that shit is. Okay, so you stop identifying, one, with having anxiety. Two, tell yourself, my negative thoughts don't manifest. Like my negative thoughts don't manifest. My negative thoughts don't manifest. Okay, so when you are having an anxious moment, first of all, anxiety, when in our 7-day intensive Manifest Your SP, by the way, people have been getting insane movement in the past 3 days since we started, okay? But when dealing with anxiety is only fear of the unknown. That's all it is. It's not a huge thing, okay? Contrary to what the professionals would love you to believe. They're like, you have anxiety. Okay. Yeah, because you don't know the outcome to things. You panic, okay? you have anxiety because it's like you're constantly in worried state. And the only reason why you're in worried state is because you don't know the outcome. So you'll have anxiety when looking for a job because you need a job, but you're not sure if someone's going to hire you, right? You have anxiety when it comes to manifesting your SP, and that's because you don't know if it's going to work or if they're going to get back together with you, right? So this is where anxiety comes from. That's the only reason why, because it's like you're leaving your fate to society, to the world, to everything else, right? So that's where anxiety comes from. But if you knew the outcome, the anxiety goes away because there's nothing to be anxious about when you know how this plays out, right? So like if you're applying for a job, but you knew you were going to get a job, because I'm the best employee they have. I'm the best employee. I'm the best applicant, that they have. I get every job I apply for. If you knew the outcome that you were going to get a job, what are you anxious about? You're not. If you knew that you're going to get back together with your SP, what are you anxious about? You're not. See what I'm saying? So that's the only way that goes. So what I would tell yourself, one, you should all tell yourself that my negative thoughts don't manifest. We'll just start with the obvious. But two is if you have anxiety, then you need to affirm, because affirming disciplines your mind. It just distracts your thoughts. That's all it does. Okay. So if you have dominant thoughts when you're manifesting, but through anxiety, then flip your thoughts and affirm right through it, because it will go away. It will dissipate. But that's all it is, because a lot of people identify with anxiety, and it fucking is kind of annoying, to be frank. And it's kind of like depression, things like that. It's like, of course, Tyrese. Tyrese said, could you explain why getting your SP is inevitable? Yes, because you are the creator of your reality, okay? You're the God of your reality. But there's a coffee mug. Somebody posted a picture. It's literally in the Bible that says, what does it say? Don't even fucking quote me on this shit, okay? It says something like, the God is within you. Do you need any more explanation than that? It literally says that in the Bible. Okay. So the reason why it's inevitable is because as long as you stay the path, as long as you persist in what you want, it has to happen. Whatever has to happen for you to get your manifestation is exactly what has to happen. As long as you don't quit, as long as you persist, right? Think about if you were to, you don't know how to swim, right? And you're like, I'm going to swim. I'm going to learn how to swim and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing the technique, right? Which is not hard. I mean, if you want to butterfly and shit, and backstroke and all that, that's extra techniques, right? To improve. But the basics of swimming, you're like, I'm just going to do it every day. Will you not learn how to swim? Yeah, you will, right? If you were to get up and be like, I'm going to learn how to skateboard. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I need to know the basics. And once I know the basics, cool, I got this. Are you not going to learn how to skateboard? Yeah. Right? Is there like some magical technique to you learning how to write? No. Like when you're in school, because my daughter, I always talk that shit to her now because she was talking that shit in kindergarten when she was over here like, you got to go below the grass. What is it? And into the clouds. And they had like perfect handwriting, but it's not perfect. It's like, straight handwriting, if you will. And she's like, your handwriting's awful. Look at mine. I was like, I'll check back with you when you're older. And I was like, I can't even read your writing. You're talking shit about mine my entire time. Right? But if you knew the basics of writing and you did it every day in kindergarten, were you not going to write? No, of course you are. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all of those things if you were learning how to speak Spanish. If you kept doing it, you don't think you're going to learn how to speak Spanish? You are, right? So that's how everything is. That's how everything is. If you persist, right? And you're like, oh, this is it. This is fucking it. Like my daughter would not know how to swim right now if I pulled her out of swim class the first time I put her in there. I even took her to an indoor swim class, right? So she didn't have to freeze outside. Freeze. I say that we're in Southern California. But anyway, I took her to a heated pool and she like cried, begged for me to take her out. In which most parents would have been like, oh, come on, honey. I was like, no, fuck no. Nope. And so I went and I talked to her for like 2 minutes. I said, it's okay, honey. You are in the hands of greatness. You are being trained by an Olympic swimmer, the best swimmer in the world, AKA a student that just knows how to swim. And so because of that, she did it. And she ended up, she got through the class, right? But it became fun for her. Now she's a fucking great swimmer. She's really fast too. And all that shit. So that's how, it's no different than when you're manifesting your SP. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. It's like, I just need to know the basics. Let me simplify the process, which we're going to do today. Let me simplify the process. And that's all I need to know. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. It has to happen. Like everything else I've learned how to do and did, I got. It's no different. But most people quit, give up, waver too much, and fold. And fold. That's right, Chris. That's right, Chris. Chris said she spent an hour with Gutter Trash and he didn't react. And she spent 2.5 hours with me. That's how you have to look at it. That's literally how you have to look at it. Because that's certainly how I looked at everything. Because I was like, and who the fuck was he just with? Right, me. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. And that's what turns it around. But oftentimes, you guys are assigning negative meaning to shit and reading way too into shit over and over and over again. Like when I was talking to a client earlier, and she goes, Jen, you said, because if you guys think you're going to call me on some stupid bullshit, and I'm like, oh, I love that for you. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. It's not, one, it's not my personality. And two, it's because what kind of coach would I be if I was like, oh, you want to quit? Totally. The fuck you are. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. There's not one time a person's been like, I quit, I give up. And we're like, oh my God, I love that for you. So excited for you. No. And that's what I told her. I said, you're not quitting. You're not giving up. And now she's gotten she's gotten movement the entire time, but slow. But now, since she's simplified, right? She stopped stressing. She stopped putting pressure on the shit. She stopped overthinking everything and started focusing on what she wanted, not stupid little circumstances that you make up in your mind and all of that. And she started focusing and simplified that, boom, rapid fire, the movement. The movement is happening literally rapid fire. That's why. Because you got to simplify the shit. Stop consuming content. Stop consuming content. That's the best gift you can give yourself, is stick with one creator and only follow that person's advice. Stop listening to 25,000 creators, because everyone has an opinion, right? Everyone has an opinion, and all of a sudden, and I'm not saying you have to listen to me. I think that would be a stellar idea, but only because I've done it and I teach you what I've learned as well, right? I'm not like, oh, never had any hiccups. Everything's been peachy keen. No, but I've learned from it. So I teach you guys what I've learned. And so if you would actually fucking listen, and do that shit, then you'd get it. Okay, so usually I have a bathroom break, but I'm gonna have to go. I actually have to go to the bathroom now, and I gotta turn this fucking air off because it's making me freeze to death. I think I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. So give me like 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. But listen to a song like that. Who plays songs while they go to the bathroom?
3 hours life and she still shows up, telling broken hearts to level up. Fuck the 3D, don't react, persist, bitch, and that's a fact. Queen of leverage, queen of law, teaching us what we never saw. Inner convos, hold the line. What is yours in time. She said, put your big panties on, stop spiraling, keep moving on. We don't verbalize, we internalize. Now the whole damn family shines. Hey, leverage the law, stand up tall, don't fear the fall. Channel your queen energy, manifesting royalty. Hey, suit your own honor, no story, dead and gone. Dream team, bitches, crown held high. We create our reality tonight. Some came shattered, some came lost, thinking love had a heavy cost. Now we walk like kings and queens, living things we used to dream. Don't worry, just be, she said. Get the old version out your head. Moving first, now watch them chase. Manifestation all over the place. Versus king, versus queen. Best damn mindset we've ever seen. From the lives to the late night calls, she taught us how to have it all. No more fear, no more lack. The bitch is back, the bitch is back. Leverage the law, hold the power, own it all. Channel your king energy, channel your queen energy. Put your crown on, take it throne. You were never meant to beg for crumbs. Dream team, bitches loud and bright. We create our reality tonight.
I might. I've got to buy to eat. Okay. Jade, you saw the gutter trash. She says, I saw the gutter trash and struggling to get back on track. It feels like a gut punch. Why? Why? And I'm going to tell you, honestly, this is like just being completely honest, okay? Because I get it. Okay. I get it and I don't get it all at the same time, okay? Because I was you, okay? I dealt with gutter trash, which is why we're amazing at banishing gutter hose. But I get it and I don't get it because I get that you get triggered by it. Well, no one had to tell me this, okay? So this is just my personality. So I get that. I get why people would get triggered by it. However, for what? Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have the attitude like, who the fuck is that? No one compares to me. When you know who you are, okay? When you know who you are, and I mean like, when you know what makes you, what like the value you bring to relationships, who you are as a person, the fact that you are an amazing person. The fact that you wear your heart on your sleeve, you're a good person, that you know how to treat a man, that you are worthy of all of this. And when you know who the fuck you are, then why would a gutter trash bother you? Because you would have the attitude of like, the fuck? She ain't got shit on me. She doesn't have shit on me. I know he's coming home to mama because he knows the grass is not greener on the other goddamn fucking side. So I'm going to firm against her and control my thoughts against her and fuck her because she doesn't compare to me. Threatened? Threatened never. Never. I know who he's coming home to. I know he's coming home. Period. Why? Because I know who the fuck I am. And so does he. Then it changes. Aries moon girl. So all I have to do is say I know, and that's how I know. Yes, you need to tell yourself this is where you in essence trick the subconscious mind, right? If the subconscious mind pushes out what you know, then you need to trick your subconscious mind and tell it what you know. What is it that I know? And then it pushes out quickly what you know. Because you're telling yourself that. Does that make sense? I know, baby. People be overcomplicating things all day, every goddamn fucking day. Jade, what is the photo method? First of all, we do that every day on the live. But also, if you go to my profile, it's pinned to the top of my profile, where it's, I don't know how to make a folder yet. But it's pinned to the top of my live. To the top of my profile. There's like 40,000 views. Just watch that and save it while you're at it. And then I made a video. I think there's like 2 videos where I was in my favorite bathrobe that Taylor loves so much. And that's the new updated version. So watch that. Well, snaps for karma, but your ego is your amigo. Ego is the amigo. Hello. There you go, Chris. Snaps to Angel C. She said, me and my SP hung out again yesterday. No spiraling here. That's right, bitch. That is right. Spiral about what? What is there to spiral about? Other than you getting in your own fucking head when it's just not necessary. Alice. How to remove a bad reaction. I got toward my SP and his family. I'm so ashamed, and he broke up. I'd have to know more context of what you're talking about. A bad reaction. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, people have bad reactions all the time. Who gives a fuck? Get over it. And if you get over it, care to guess who else will get over it? Lone. Affirm only in SP or even on self-concept. Okay. need to dead the self-concept shit when it comes to manifesting. Okay? Because, hold your questions, by the way. We need to dead the self-concept thing when it comes to manifesting an SP because it's not about self-concept. I mean, it is, but there's a lot quicker of a way to elevate your self-concept when it comes to your SP, but to kill two birds with one stone, okay? Because typically people typically don't have an all-around defeated self-concept. Like in life in general, you just feel like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Usually that's not how that works. Usually though, your self-concept is entirely wrapped up in your relationship with SP. And not just your SP, but in all relationships. Usually that's indicative of your self-concept. It's usually not like you're just walking around like some shallow bitch, okay? But when it comes to relationships, that so self-concept gets battered, if you will. So because of that, we have to say, okay, then how do I kill all the birds with one stone so that whether it's this SP, another SP, it doesn't even fucking matter SP, that my self-concept is no longer affected by it. Okay, so can you say things like I am perfect? 1000%. You should think you're perfect, right? So, but that's really the only fucking affirmation you need for self-concept is I am perfect. What the fuck is anybody going to sit here and be like, I am worthy, I am chosen, I am this, I am that, I am this, worthy of what? Chosen for what? See what I'm saying? There's no specifics there, but perfect is exactly that. Flawless. Perfection. Okay, so that literally would be how to kill the affirmation when it comes to self-concept. But when it comes to SP, when it comes to how to elevate your self-concept when it comes to SP is by thinking you're a bad bitch. But how do you think that you're a bad bitch or man? And the way you do that is by making everything about you. Everything is about you. Even what you seem to, even if you're in no contact, there's still so many ways that you can make everything about you. You're the star of the show. This is your movie anyway, so shouldn't you be the leading person? Yeah. Know what I mean? That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do is make Kimmy finds where the hell you been, bitch? Is make everything within, or make everything about you. Okay? No, user 241. There is not a coupon code. Unless we decide to do a mass promo, but it's not expensive. It's less than $100. Yeah, Lone, like, he's totally thinking about me. Yep, every time, is there a preferred platform that he goes on to in social media? Yep, okay, well, every time he's on that platform, all he does is think about me. He's only on there because he wants to see if I'm online. Yep. I know he's thinking about me right now. That man is low-key obsessed with me. Literally, he's obsessed with me. He knows that he wants to be with me. He absolutely knows this shit. So I'm saying. I think that was my daughter. Virgo Queen, no, you do not have to believe in what you're saying for it to manifest. That's the stupidest thing in the world, right? Because if you have to believe for it to manifest, then why in the fuck are you broken up? Did you believe that they were going to break up with you? No. Okay, did you? You know what I'm saying? Did you believe that they were going to ghost you? No. Did you believe that they were going to find a gutter trash? No. Did you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to believe it because you didn't believe it before. You just said it to say it. Okay. So it's the same analogy. It's the same fucking analogy is how did everything become everything? I just fucking talked to be talking. I didn't think about it. I didn't overanalyze it. I wasn't like, well, before I say this though, no, I just said it, right? I was talking to my bestie bitching about my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker, like, I don't even understand. I don't even know if he wants to be with me anymore. He's totally different. Like, I don't know where this relationship is headed. Like, I'm getting really like, he's got an attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So you weren't like, I've really got to believe this shit though. Do I believe this though? No. No. It's just like, let me just bitch about it to everybody who will listen, but not thinking about it. That's exactly what manifested. You didn't believe any of that shit until it showed up. Then you believed it, right? Like I said, you didn't believe he would break up with you until he broke up with you. That's how that works. That's how that works. Good, Chris. Ride high, ride it high, ride it, cowboy. Yeah, for karma, you got to stop listening to all these people because you get conflicting advice. One person says one thing and another person says the opposite, and you're like, who the fuck do I listen to? Who you shouldn't listen to is people walking around with fucking these sticks. Let's not listen to them. Anyone talking about spirit guides, let's not listen to them either. If they're talking about shit. And if they're giving unrealistic advice that you can't get on board with, don't listen to them either. That's the quickest way. It's literally the quickest way to cut out all the noise. Is to be like, does this make sense? Did I have to do this before? Did I have to just decide that he was going to break up with me? No. So why would I have to just decide now? You know what I mean? Is that type of shit? I have not even drinking. Thanks, Lizelle. That's only because what up, Convict Chaos? Because I only speak realistic advice around here. I don't parrot shit. I had the funniest thing happen last night with me and my boyfriend. I need a feather bathroom. Fuck you, Taylor. I had the only Flash you knows my story. I had the funniest thing happen with my boyfriend last night. Oh no, and Elena knows. What up, Ren? Okay. Oh, good. Okay. I don't fucking know. That would be so fancy. Although my boyfriend would look at me like, what in the bougie shit is going on? I have a boa. No, I don't have a boa. Because boas are the biggest joke in the world. Because it makes nothing but a goddamn fucking mess. You know what I'm saying? It makes a mess everywhere. I have to fucking pee again. And I don't know why. Kind of Golden Baby Love. I got your text, but I responded to your text. But your text wasn't saying much, bitch. What do you mean? Can we put our song after the methods? What the fuck does that mean? The only thing you have to decide. Oh, yes. Yes. The only thing you have to decide is the outcome. That's it. Okay? How does this play out? What's the outcome? That's all I need to decide. That's all I need to know. I don't need to worry about the how. I don't need to worry about the 55,000 steps that it might take. I don't need to do none of that shit. I just need to know exactly how this plays out. Me and SP together. That's it. Job done. I'm all done. That's all I need to know. I'm not sure what's going on today, guys. But this is the first cup of coffee I've had. How Bevy is not sitting on our live on the toilet, I don't understand. Because I have to pee again. Yeah, I'm downloading it now, Bevy, so I can loop it. But you're going to have to give me 130 fucking hot seconds. Then we're going to go through the techniques, okay? 30 seconds. Jackie, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course you can. Why would you want to be 5'7"? Girl, it's like I want to be 6'5". Okay. I'm hungry. I'm only 5'2.5", baby. But, I mean, if you want to be a tall bitch, you could be a tall bitch. Because you're only past your growth spurt because that's what the experts told you. That you stop growing once you hit puberty. Who the fuck decided that shit? I mean, I'm fine with that because I like being small. But you have to remember that when people do studies, right? Thanks, Tyrese. When people do studies, okay, you understand that it's like a focused group. So they'd be like, we studied 500 people. Motherfucker, there are billions of people in this goddamn world. And you're making an informed decision, a medical decision based on the 200 people you fucking studied? Got that. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect fucking sense. That makes perfect fucking sense. We're just going to make an entire executive decision on the behalf of the entire world based on the handful of people that we did a case study on. Maybe, Irene. because I'm defying. I know baby Jen would be amazing. I'm defying science at the current moment. Because who decided that you need to have certain things, right? And that's what we have to understand is who decides all that shit. Medical experts, society, things like that, but who decided that shit? You know, so why can't I decide that that's not true for me? So I'm actually going to go into my timeline today. Well, not today. This weekend. I'm actually going to go into my timeline. I'm going to change a couple things. And I can't wait to report back to you. Yeah, you can golden baby love, but sometimes you have to drop. But we'll get into that. Stick around. We'll get into that. Okay. So let's do the photo method today. We're going to do it right now. Okay. We're not going to do the cord cutting today. We're only going to do. Yes, Betty, you can. That's what we're going to do. Let's do it together. Let's fucking do it together. Oh my God, this will be amazing. Let's do it together. Because that's where they fuck you up with their stupid little shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to only do the photo method because I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is up with the bladder issue today, but I have a stellar bladder. Okay, so we're going to do the photo method today only. And the cord cutting, if you want to do the cord cutting, I walk you through how to do that. There's a series of videos where I'm wearing 3 red shirts. It's a third of the 3 videos, okay? We do it every day here on TikTok, but we're not doing it today because, well, switch it up. Pattern interrupt. Okay? So get your SP's photos out. Get them out right fucking now. Because I need you guys to really, if you don't have an SP photo, if you can visualize your SP, great. If you cannot visualize your SP's face, it's fine. Just say he or she, they or them, whatever your pleasure. I will never personally call. I know, Angela. I mean, I will personally never call somebody they or them, but that's just because it's a grammatical error. And I'm like, I just can't do that because it's they or them is implying more than one person and you are a single person. So no, I cannot do that. I'd rather just say your name. Me and my bestie are the same way. Ren, you want to manifest a long, slender legs and a long torso. What the fuck you want a long torso for? What could I say? Okay, so you could literally just say you have the perfect body. Because if that's what you want and that's how you see yourself as a perfect body, then that's exactly what that will be. Your subconscious mind knows what perfect body is for you. Okay? So why are you getting the SP's photos out? I am obviously your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and literally everything else to work in your favor, because if you would do what I say, it works. There's that part. I know that sounds good to you, so click that follow button, subscribe button wherever you're watching from. I go live at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't even trip because I always put them on the tube of the you, and you can watch it, but implement it. Why don't you actually try doing things? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get being like a whole lifelong learner, but I'd rather be a lifelong implementer than a learner. We've already gone to school. It's totally fine, right? How much of that shit did you use? What you learned? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing that you did in math past elementary school. Nothing that you've done past elementary school you have ever used. Nothing. But you did all this learning to never use it. So instead of learning, why don't we start actually applying it? Okay, there's that. I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks, and I have managed to cut that fucking time in half. So if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong, because I'm good at it, there's that part. And so I can figure out, so you can figure out where you're going wrong, and we can get your shit right and tight with a very simple plan, because you've been overcomplicating the shit. If you've been trying to manifest your SP back for months, I hate to tell you, but you've been doing nothing but wasting time. There's that. Okay? All links are in my bio. If you want an SP story, we are going to be launching a new intensive next week, next week. So there's that, where I'm going to teach you how to put yourself on that pedestal and where you fucking stay there. There's that part. And then we also offer guided meditations, hypnosis bundles, SP stories, self-concept stories, and gutter trash stories with songs, if you know what I'm saying. We are literally the low price leader in the coaching space, because I refuse to charge an arm and a leg and not deliver, because that fucking shit is whack and scammy. And so I don't do that shit. So instead, we don't raise our coaching prices because we want to help as many people as possible, because that is our mission here, is to actually, get you results. The amount of people I've helped manifest their SPs back and get massive movement from their SPs, it doesn't even compare to people who have been teaching this shit for years, and I've only been teaching this shit since February. I've got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. When I get around to, putting them on my fucking social media, which that's my big goal. Okay. Now that you've got your SP's photos out, let's get you some contact. Okay? And you're going to want to stick around after the photo method, because I'm going to tell you my proven formula to manifest your SP back. Who else does that? You know who does that shit? People that want to be like, if you join this, or if you do this, or if you give me a gift there, I'll teach you how to manifest. What in the fuck are you doing on live then? Other than throwing fucking wands around. I don't do that. Okay, so what I do, why people hop on one-on-one calls with me, is because everybody has a story, okay? I listen to your backstory and I tell you where you're going wrong, because you do need to figure that part out, okay? So anyway, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it right after the method, and you're going to want to listen to my song, because our new song is amazing. Okay, so amen, Jackie, sister. So now here's the thing. Okay, you need to know who you were in the beginning of your relationship. Bevy. You need to know who you were in the beginning of your relationship, because over time in your relationship, your identities start to change. Your insecurities start to change because of your relationship. We need to take those away. We need to change that shit. And the only way you do that is by going back to the version of who you were in the beginning of your relationship, but the elevated version, okay? The elevated version. And when you do that, because you have to remember that that version of you is the version of you that your SP chased, pursued, wanted to be with, was attracted to, wanted to talk to all the time, wanted to spend all their time with. That version of you is who your SP started catching feelings for, wanted to be with, and that version of you is who your SP fell in love with. Not the version of you at the end with all the insecurities and fucking bullshit that you had going on. Okay, so instead, you need to go back to the original version of who you are. Remember who you were. The confident version, the secure version within yourself that didn't need a man. Sure, maybe I wanted a relationship, but I certainly didn't need one. Who I was not going to be defined by my relationship. I knew who I was. Go back to that version of you. Do it now. Okay? Now, I now want you to remember the version of your SP that you didn't question a goddamn thing. There at some point in your relationship, everything was perfect. They checked all the boxes. They were your perfect person, which is clearly why you're manifesting them back. So who the fuck were they for you? How do they treat you? How do they make you feel? That version of your SP is who you need to tap into again. You need to select that version of him again. I'll answer your questions after this technique. Okay? You need to remember and recall that version of your SP, because you have repeatedly selected versions of your SPs. Unfortunately, it's just been the SPs you don't want. the version of your SP you don't want. And it gets worse and worse and worse, which is why you didn't recognize them at the end of your relationship. They were not the same. They didn't change. You changed the version of them. Okay, by selecting a different version. So we need to go back. We need to change things. Okay, we need to change it now. So you're going to do that. Okay. So remember that version of your SP, the version of your SP that was amazing. Forget who the fuck they were 5 seconds ago. Why don't you start remembering the version of them that makes you want to turn them, makes you want to manifest them back? Please, Mara, for the love of God, stay off ChatGPT. Unless you want it to like show you what you would look like with Botox. I mean, stay the fuck off ChatGPT. I mean, I'm just saying. Definitely don't let it have anything to do with your relationships. Okay, so now that you have tapped into the version of yourself and the version of your SP that you want, which is what you want back, you need to understand that you've always been expecting something from them. Okay, you guys are always into like, what if you don't believe it? Well, usually your expectations of your SP are based on your current 3D. Right? You're expecting them to not want to talk to you, not want to be with you, block you, not want anything to do with you, to be in no contact, to be with somebody fucking else, to do all that shit because it's based on your current 3D. That's your current expectations. But you need to start expecting the opposite. What you want to see in your 3D, not what you see in your 3D. So that's what you have to start expecting the opposite. Like, no, he absolutely wants to contact me. He cannot get enough of me. Of course, why would he? Cannot stay away from me. Because the reality is every time you think about them, they think about you. And every time they think about you, you think about them. That's how this fucking works. Thought transmission, there is no on and off fucking switch where you can be like, actually, right now, I don't want to transfer thoughts. Turn it off. No, bitch. That's not how that fucking shit works. Okay? You are transferring them all the time. So they're constantly thinking about you and you're constantly thinking about them. But what have you chosen to have them think about? Based on what you're thinking about. You need to gain control of that. Okay? Because thought transmission is real. All right? So now that you got your SP's photos out, if you are new here, because the reality is your SP wants to contact you. They want to contact you right now. It's up to you to let them. And the only way you will let them contact you is by seeing the version of your SP that's perfect for you. Not asshole avoidant version, but one that wants to be with you all the time. One that can't stand and not talk to you. That version. Now, if you're new here, put on your fucking crown. If you are not new here, I want you to straighten your fucking crown because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. We don't wait for shit. We get what we want. Do you understand? Yes. So, pay attention, Golden Baby Love. Okay? When queens and kings, pay attention to this part, Golden Baby Love. When queens and kings give a command, do they question, wonder, worry, check, doubt if their command will be fulfilled? No. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to worry about, fear or doubt. They just know. They know that I gave the command, so my command must be fulfilled. There's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to worry about. Queens don't walk around like I asked them to go do this. Is the shit done? No. They know and expect. That's the difference. And that's what you need to be. Okay? All right, if you are in no contact with your SP or you are in contact but it is not consistent contact, you're going to tell your SP to contact you. Now, you're going to say this with a little bit of goddamn fucking backbone because that's what queens and kings do. Do kings and queens sit there, channel your queen of hearts energy or your rock energy, right? When they give a command, do they sit there and be like, will you please contact me? No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. You're contacting me right now. That's the attitude. Get impatient, get frustrated with your SPs, but channel it in a right way, in the tonality way of command, okay? So if you're alone, say it out loud, say it with a little backbone, a little bit of authority. If you're not alone, say it in your mind so you don't look like a complete wacko, okay? Now, you're going to tell them to contact you. So if you are in no contact with your SP or you're in consistent contact or you're not in consistent contact with your SP, then you're going to tell them to contact you. So you can say, We double bind it. You're contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You are contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You are contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. No, Mara, it doesn't. Pay the fuck attention. Okay? I will explain all of this right after I am done with this technique. Okay? Now, if you are in consistent contact with your SP, you are going to, and no, needy is like, please. This is not desperate energy. This is queen energy. There's a difference. Okay. And that's an assumption. So, you understand everything's an assumption, right? So if you want to assume that to be true, does it benefit you? Okay. So if you are in consistent contact with your SP, then you can tell them they're contacting you right now, or you're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. You're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. If you are in a long distance, then you can tell them that you're telling me everything I want to hear today. You know you want to tell me everything I want to hear. You are telling me everything I want to hear. You know you want to tell me everything I want to hear. Okay? If you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, any of that shit, then you're going to tell them, you can do one of the first two, or you can tell that, plus you can tell them that they're telling you everything you want to hear, or you can move to the next step and you can have fun with it. And you can be like, you're cooking me dinner tonight. You know you want to cook me dinner tonight. You're buying me flowers today. You know you want to buy me flowers today. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You know you want to bring me dinner tonight. You are, you're giving me sexy time tonight. You know you want to give me sexy time tonight. You are giving me massage tonight. You know you want to give me massage tonight. You're taking me on a date tonight. You know you want to take me on a date tonight. Any of that shit. Okay? Alrighty. So that is your task, why I again go to my third bio break, but that's okay. I have faith that this will be the final one. So you're going to do that while you listen to our new, no, that's not the fucking one. Whoops. Pardon. While you listen to our new and improved song. Give your commands. And I'll be right back in a couple minutes, but stick around. Excuse me. Stick around, because I'm going to give you my proven formula if you will, listen and do what the fuck I say. Okay?
Some people build a business. She chose to build belief. She saw a crown and broken souls long before they could see. She reminds the world each morning, the pen is in your hand. Stop living by your circumstances. Start becoming who you plan. Different hearts, different gifts. One mission brought them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One laughs like Welsh sunshine, bright enough to change the day. Beauty wrapped in brilliant wisdom, always knowing what to say. Patient through 1,000 questions, never rushing, always kind, turning fear into direction, leaving no one left behind. Different stories, different roads. One mission keeps them here. Four hearts, one purpose, one fire, one dream, changing lives, one soul at a time. One voice becomes another, then another, then another, until the whole room starts believing. One tells the truth without apology, tiny frame but standing tall, guardian of believe in. One writes between old pages and hoofbeats before dawn, turning thoughts into melodies until new dreams are born. Finding beauty inside words, painting futures into art, building songs and endless visions straight from philosophy and heart. Always searching for the answer, always helping people see the strongest stories ever written begin with possibility. When the whole world falls asleep, you'll still find 4 lights on. One more message, one more song, one more design, one more call. Because somewhere, someone's waiting to remember who they really are. For us, one purpose, one fire, one dream, building futures, one soul at a time. Stand back up, lift your head, the story isn't finished yet. The power never left, it was always inside you. 4 different women, one common dream, one extraordinary family.
Isn't it beautiful? Good. It's an amazing song, isn't it? But that's what we stand for here, okay? That's what we stand for. That's what makes us different here, is we actually give a fuck. Let's start with the obvious, okay? We actually care. Do we care if you get your recipes back? Yes. Do we care if you fucking spiral? Yes. Does it piss us off? 1000%. We care about you here. So if you want someone who actually gives a fuck about you, then, stick around. Stick around. Okay? Because we're family. Okay? We are family here. And we care. You're not going to quit. You're not going to cave. You're not going to fucking fold. Never. And never are you going to go through anything alone. Because here we go through things together. Okay, which is what makes our community amazing. So if you're not part of our WhatsApp community, I strongly suggest you join, because there you get advice, but we also support each other. Okay. Oh, I'm going to turn that song into a video, and so it will be on my YouTube channel, probably by this weekend. Okay, because I'll turn it into a video. Okay, but the WhatsApp group community, it's lit, and you'll be inspired, and you'll be checked when you need to be checked, and you'll be given advice when you need to be given advice. Okay? Okie dokie. Now, to the nitty gritty of the gritty is, how do you manifest your SP back in the simplest way possible? Because who in the fuck is trying to have it be a 25-step process? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the easiest way for you to manifest your SP back is, 1, you must put yourself on the pedestal. That's right, Bevy is not the coddle bitch anymore, because she's never wants it. You must put yourself on that pedestal, where it's like, they're lucky that I even fucking want their ass, okay? Because I got options. Like, I literally got options in these streets, okay? And the way you do that is by saying who you are, by knowing who you are, by making everything about you. Go to Baby Love, are you fucking listening? You need to make everything about you. Everything is designed to toot your own fucking horn. Toot, toot, bitch. Toot, toot. It's all about you. Okay, it's the You fucking show. It's the Golden Baby Love show. It's the Bevy show, the Chelsea show, the Mima show. It is the Carrie show. It is the Irene show. It is the James Button show. It is the Chris P show. It is the All the People's show. Period. It is all about me. It is my fucking, I know. Bevy had a good idea. And so we're gonna have a line that's gonna be like, we have 2 lines coming out, guys, for the merch, which we're gonna be doing a soft launch next week. And they're lit, by the way, so you should get a phone case because clearly you guys need some reminders. So yeah, we're going to be giving you some depends. Do you want to depend where it's going to say get a fucking grip? And if you want to act like a fucking whiny little bitch and a baby, then cool, sick, you can have that. But also, a Bevy had a good idea that we need to start branding some hearing aids around this bitch. Some hearing aids around here because clearly y'all don't listen to shit. Y'all don't listen to anything. We have to have some hearing aids here in place. So therefore you actually, start hearing what is being said. Okay? So it needs to be about you. You need to stop being a victim in your own goddamn fucking reality because you are not a victim of shit. You are not a victim of shit. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. That is how you have to look at it. Okay? In life. In fucking life. Nothing is happening to you. You are not a victim of a goddamn thing. Okay? Your SP is not hurting your fucking feelings. You're hurting your own feelings. Your SP is not making you feel like shit. You're making yourself feel like shit. You're like all this shit. Your 3D is not triggering you. You're being triggered by your 3D. You're not a victim. Stop being a fucking victim. You are not a victim of a goddamn thing. Unless you decide you are. And as long as you want to victimize yourself and have a fucking pity party and be like, oh, woe is me. Oh, they said this. They're doing that. Oh. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They're being an asshole and they're being mean to me and I don't get to see him for the next 5 days. It is 1000% your fault. Because you are the one in control. You're the one in control of one entity only, and that is your fucking mind. So why are you continuously giving your thoughts away to other fucking people? The 3D, to people in general. You are giving your thoughts away, your mind away to everybody, but the one thing you're in control of is your mind. So get a fucking grip and control it. The 3D should not control your thoughts. Your thoughts should control the 3D. That's how that has to work. So the only way that that's possible is by you putting yourself on that fucking pedestal and not taking yourself off. I don't give a fuck what comes out of their mouth. I don't care what they say. I told you guys yesterday, you need to tell yourself a pattern or I don't believe that. This is what I believe instead. So some of you guys think that like if I just get rid of gutter trash, everything will be fine. I have news for you. No. It won't. It won't. Because gutter trash isn't your stressor. Your stressor is your own insecurity within yourself. Okay? You thinking that somehow she is above you, better than you. The fuck are you doing? No. I don't fucking think so. So you have to stop feeding life into that. Can you affirm gutter trash away? Yes. But you need to stop viewing your relationship based on gutter trash. Fuck gutter trash. Fuck her. It's me and my SP, baby. I know he loves me. I know he wants to be with no one but me. That type of goddamn fucking mentality. Stop giving your power away. You are constantly taking yourself off that pedestal because your SP is on the pedestal where you need to be with him. I need this. I need this. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. I promise you, if you were not with your SP, now don't take this fucking literal, okay? That's right. That's right, Auntie. Good. You have to know that, let's say you're not with your SP. I promise you, you're not going to fucking die. You're not going to die. You will survive. I will survive. Hey, hey, I will survive. You know that fucking song? You're going to survive. So you need to come from a place of not needing your SP, but wanting to be with your SP. There's a very big difference. Like, trust me, I'll be fine, honey boo. Trust me, because I know who the fuck I am, and my life will thrive because I know who I am. And so because of that, your SP will become attracted. You flip the tables, flip the script. Okay? So you need to put yourself on that pedestal and make everything about you. Okay, the second thing you need to do is you need to see only the version of your SP that you want. There's a reason why you want your SP back, right? There's a reason why you want to be with this person, and it isn't because he's a narcissistic asshole avoidant. What in the bipolar shit? Why would you want that shit back? You don't, right? So you want the version of your SP that you love, the version of your SP that you care about. What a wit. So you need to see the version of your SP that is incredible, amazing, wants to be with you, and that where you didn't question anything. How did he make you feel? How did he treat you? Get clear on that. What do you want? Okay, out of a relationship, you need to see that in your SP. Stop seeing the bad. Stop seeing what's your 3D is reflecting. No, you need to see what you want to see in your SP. Only that version. This is not delusion. Okay, you are not being delusional because you are not being delusional because you've already experienced that version of your SP. Right? So it's not like he's completely, ever since day one, like, yep, when I first met him, he was a total narcissistic fucking asshole. And I just loved that shit. No, they weren't like that. Okay, so you've already experienced the version of your SP that you love, the version of your SP that's perfect for you, that checks all your boxes. You need to go back and select that version of your SP again because you've already experienced that. This is not being delusional. This is just recalling. It's called recollection. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to recall that version of your SP and only see that version of your SP, because when you only see that version of your SP, then that version of your SP shows up. Because they don't have a choice. They have to conform to whatever version you're selecting of them. If you think they're an avoidant asshole, they have to be an avoidant asshole. This is where you leverage everyone as you pushed out and say, okay, everyone is me pushed out, which means that they're showing up based on my assumptions of them, or not showing up based on my assumptions of them. So if I want them to show up, then what do I want to assume about them now? Let me select that version of them that was constantly showing up. That's step number 2. Yes, Mara. You go back to the beginning of talking stages, hold on to that momentum. Yes, you hold on to that version of your SP. Okay, that version of your SP. Now, you have a set of affirmations. It should only be 4 to 5 affirmations max. Let me reiterate. It should only be 4 to 5 affirmations max. Because, look at that, Jesus freak. It took your advice on gutter trash with SP to get them to argue. The arguments have started. Yes, of course they have. Snaps to Jesus freak. Because that's how that works. Okay? So, you have to realize, okay, so 4 to 5 affirmations max. That means that not everything's a fucking affirmation, okay? Now let me elaborate a little bit. Okay, so your 4 to 5 affirmations max are based on per desire. Okay, so 4 to 5 affirmations for you and SP. Okay, then if you're dealing with gutter trash, then you can have really you only need 3 or 4 affirmations, but 5 max when it comes to manifesting gutter trash away, different desire, okay? So those are separate. Okay, that's it. That's all, because the purpose of affirmations is to create repetition. Okay, so affirmations have affirmations only serve 2 purposes, which no one else is going to tell you this shit except for me, because I got your fucking back, bitch. Okay, so affirmations only serve 2 purposes. The first purpose is to distract your thoughts. So you're not thinking against what you want, you're distracting your thoughts through affirmations. Now, affirmation's second job is that you create repetition, because you're consciously affirming, robotic affirming. Okay, so you're consciously affirming, but what pushes out is in the subconscious mind. Okay, so you have to create the repetition by robotically affirming so that it gets into the subconscious mind quickly, because who the fuck is trying to have it take a long ass fucking time? Okay, so that's where affirmations come into play. Now, and remind you, you can have different affirmations, okay? So you should have 3 main sets of affirmations, okay? The ones that are going to benefit you only, okay? So let's say you have gutter trash. This is where the 3. If you don't have gutter trash, then don't worry about the 3rd. And then you only have 2 sets of affirmations, okay? So you have setting the rules for your manifestations, then UNSP, and then gutter trash. Okay, those are the 3 sets of affirmations. Now, when it comes to setting the rules, because again, who the fuck decided what the rules were, right? People go based on Neville Goddard, but Neville Goddard was one person. And we forget that Neville Goddard had a fucking teacher. He's not the creator of law of assumption. Okay, he tells things through his own personal experience. Okay, so like remember Abdullah, okay, that was his teacher, okay? So he had certain rules for his manifestations. They don't have to become your rules, because who the fuck decided that you needed to follow the law? No, the law is a baseline. That's why we leverage law, because I'm like, well, that's cool. Let's follow the principle, the key principles, and that's all I need to fucking know. Now we leverage. Now we leverage. And you can find the leverage in everything. Whenever I'm on calls, whenever I'm on coaching calls with people, what up, Abdul? They'll say things they said, and that's where you're going to leverage what they said. You always leverage, okay? Everything is leveraging. You can leverage whatever the fuck they say. So, we're getting off track. Of course you got distracted while you're at fucking work, gold, me beloved. But, so you have 3 sets of affirmations. The first one is your rules. So you can literally be like, I'm a master at manifesting. Here were my rules, okay? Southern California. I'm a master at manifesting. I always get what I want. Or you can say your SP's name is the easiest for me to manifest. I always get what I want, and it comes to me immediately. Everything always goes my fucking way. I say that way because clearly, obviously, I use profanity in general, which is why my mom doesn't like listening to my shit. But that's okay. So those were my rules, okay? I always get what I want. It comes to me immediately. Everything always goes my way, okay? And then I would throw random things out there, which we're going to talk about, because that's the 4th thing, okay? Now, you can say, I'm a master at manifesting. I always get what I want. Everything always goes my way. And my negative thoughts don't even fucking manifest. My negative thoughts do not manifest. Now, that's not carte blanche, remember, because it's about the repetition, right? Because you're affirming this. So it's not carte blanche to be like, well, I can just let my negative thoughts run fucking wild because they don't manifest, right? Like, no, because you're creating the repetition to get to the assumption. So once the assumption is created, then you're gold. So you may as well start fucking now, because who the hell 20 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or a year from now, or 6 months from now, or 40 days from now is trying to have the negative thoughts manifest? No, fuck that. I don't ever want them to manifest again, right? So that could be it, right? So it could be, so here's what, if you have, let's say you have gutter trash, I'm going to walk you through the 3 main sets of affirmations you should have. One is for your rules. Okay. So it'd be like, I'm a master at manifesting, or Brian is the easiest for me to manifest. Okay. Period. I always get what I want and it comes to me immediately. My negative thoughts don't manifest. Boom. First set of affirmations. Second set of affirmations, depending upon where you're at with your SP, is you can manifest back in steps. So you can say their name. You'd be like, Brian is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay? You could say that. Or you can just say, I know exactly how he feels about me. Or I know exactly how Brian feels about me. I know he wants... That's right, baby. I know he wants to be in a relationship with me. I know this for a fact. And he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Okay? Affirmation set number 2. Then if you have gutter trash, affirmation set number 3. What I originally said was, he can't fucking stand her. Well, I already knew she was crazy. So you can be like, she's fucking crazy. He can't fucking stand her. All they do is argue. Or he can't stand her. He's completely disgusted. Oh yeah, that's what I said. She's fucking crazy. He can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to do with her. All they do is argue. She's gone away. That's originally my affirmations. Now, but I've narrowed and simplified and still works easy peasy lemon squeezy, but simplified. So you can literally say, she's fucking crazy. He fucking hates her. All they do is argue. She's completely gone away. Boom. Affirmation set number 3. That's it. No more affirmations are needed unless you're manifesting something else, right? So if you're manifesting like money, then like on top of that, then you could be like, I'm fucking, what up, Chrissy girlfriend? Then you could be like, I'm fucking rich. Yeah, I always have plenty of money. Like I've got 20 grand in the bank right now. Okay. That's a whole nother set of affirmations because it's a different desire. Okay. That's all you got to do. Mara, I don't promote manifesting back abusers. Because there's a level of discipline involved. Much more discipline involved. And the reason for that is, I know he wants to be with me. I know exactly how he feels about me, golden baby love. I know he wants to be in a relationship with me. I know this for a fact. And he's going to tell me everything I want to fucking hear. Period. Okay? Now, the reason why I don't recommend manifesting back abusers, because I've been in an abusive relationship, is because you have certain things to overcome. One is you must really, really, really discipline your mind in seeing only the good version of him. Not just when things are good, but when they start, because there's patterns, okay? So if they start to react, like, you know, when they get in a certain vibe, what's to come, okay? Because of history with this person. So you see them starting to get annoyed or upset. Automatically, you revert back to abusive version of SP. So it requires another level of discipline where you would literally have to seriously discipline yourself to only, like, when he's getting enraged, be like, he's the perfect boyfriend, we have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend, we have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend, we have the best relationship. You would have to only see that version. Because if not, fear kicks in, right? Like, oh, he's acting this way and I know it's expected behavior. I know what's coming next. And therefore you're right, because that's the version you're selecting. You can't do that. So I personally, if I was going to affirm against this motherfucker, I'd tell people know, I'd be like, look, yeah, some burly bitch is going to come beat his fucking ass up. How about that shit? Like, that's where pettiness in me comes into play. That's right. He's always respecting me. He wants nothing. This is, Auntie, what you guys are discussing is how you see them. Okay. That's your SP's description. Okay. That's your SP's description, is he respects me, right? He's so sweet and kind to me. He's always respectful of my feelings. He puts my feelings above his own. Like, he is nothing but sweet, loving, and kind to me, right? That's how you would describe him. That's SP story. That's not an affirmation. Okay. You'll know if it's an affirmation because if it's about his characters, about his features, about who he is as a person, that goes in SP story, how you describe them. Okay. So when it comes to your affirmations, that's what it boils down to. Very simple, very clean. Not 55,000 affirmations. Not 55 affirmations. That again, he's always spending time with me, goes in the description of SP. However, how can you pull, I was going to say something else when it comes to affirmations. Oh yeah. So when it comes to affirmations too, you must have a safety net. So if you're in contact with your SP, okay, you need to have a safety net. So you said, should I hold off on getting the Manifest For Me pack until I stop overthinking? No, this is why people get it. This is why people get it, because they're like, I'm all fucking done getting in my own way. So like, I need help. That's why people get it, right? They don't wait till they're done overthinking, because until you decide you're done overthinking, you'll be an overthinker, because that's how you identify yourself. Okay. So, no, that's usually why people get it. Okay. So, but stop telling yourself you're an overthinker. Okay. So you have to have a safety net. So let's say you're in contact with your SP. I didn't say you're good, Leanne. She got my motivational hypnosis and she's on fire. Good, because somebody else, there's a couple other people that have the hypnosis too, and things have changed for them. And their SP started doing things, and they went back and actually listened to the hypnosis audio, and were like, oh shit, that's one of the suggestions in the hypnosis. Of course. Let's get out of your own way. Okay? So the safety net, if you're in constant communication with your SP, is like, let's say things go left, or they say something unfavorable. It's like, no, we're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Perfect boyfriend, best relationship. Okay? That's your safety net. That's it. Now, the fourth step, which is the most important step. Well, they're all important. Let's get fucking crap, okay? This is not a lot of work, okay? But the fourth step, this is a foolproof system. Fail-proof system. The fourth and final step is acknowledging how you've been manifesting your entire fucking life. Yeah, poor times. You can listen to it through the night, or you can listen to it whenever the hell you want, because hypnosis audios, it's not a sleep meditation, so you can listen to it and it'll take you right back out. Okay. So the fourth step is the most important part, and that is because it is realizing how you accelerate the process. How have you been manifesting your entire life? Because in hindsight, you didn't do all three of the above. Right? But this is what accelerates it if you realize where you went wrong. There we go. Now, thank you. Thanks, poor times girlfriend. Now, let's take what Auntie just said. This leads to the fourth step. My boyfriend loves feeding the squirrels, by the way, now. We're squirrel feeders. We're a squirrel family. Anyway, that leads to the fourth step, what Auntie said. She said, I manifested just a random thought to see a squirrel, and I saw two. That is step numero cuatro. Yeah, you didn't think I knew that shit, huh? Did you? Spanish? Mm-hmm. From 9th grade. Then I took a 10th grade Spanish class, but she was from Spain, which, if you don't know the difference, the people in Spain speak shit different than every other Spanish language. They talk like they have a lisp, and that used to always fuck me up. And I think I got her fired, but that's fine. It's totally fine. good, but stop suffocating it, Sab. Stop suffocating it, okay? Okay. Yes, 4 times I can. Okay, so that is the 4th step, is how everything became everything, how you have manifested things your entire motherfucking life is by random ass inner conversations. Inner conversations. Auntie, your hardest is to change how he sees me, but when you put yourself on the pedestal, care to guess how he will see you? As perfect. Amazing. The only way you can change how he sees you is when you fucking put yourself on the pedestal. Pay attention. Pay the fuck attention. I've already given you the first 3 steps. Jenna, that's not going to be a possibility because I have back-to-back calls. Pay attention. I've already given you the first 3 steps. Like, it's what part of fail-proof didn't you understand? Okay, so step number 4 is inner conversations. This is how you've been manifesting your entire life, because you've been speaking to be speaking, and you've been thinking to be thinking, and the shit just ran on autopilot. Everything was based on your 3D. What you saw here, like what you saw in your 3D over and over and over again. You were, what a kitty cat, where the fuck have you been, bitch? So usually your inner conversations up until this point have been only based on your 3D. I'm fucking broke. Oh my God, I'm living paycheck to fucking paycheck. Like, money is tight this fucking month. Like, shit, I have no fucking money. Based on your 3D, what the bank account shows you, right? What your paycheck shows you. So same with SP. You're like, he's such a fucking asshole. Like, why is he talking to me so fucking rude? He's not talking to me right now. Like, it's been 4 months and we've been in no contact. That's the worst fucking programming the manifestation community does to you guys, is the whole no fucking contact shit. Because I didn't even know that was a terminology until I came into the manifestation community. I was like, what the fuck is no contact? Like, were me and my SP talking? No. Were me and my boyfriend talking? No. But I didn't label it no contact. I just didn't think about it, right? I didn't think about the fact that it's been 6 months, it's been 8 months since we haven't talked. It's been this time. No, like I marked that shit on a fucking calendar. No. The only reasons why I know that is because it happened on my birthday. So it was a very thanks, Leanne. In case you're on YouTube, Leanne says the advice Jen gives us in these lives, others have charged thousands for. That is correct. So I had to figure this out myself. Okay. And so you have to understand that right now your inner conversations are going against what you're affirming for. Okay. So you're affirming for contact, but every fucking waking chance you get, thanks, Carrie girlfriend. Every waking chance you get, your inner conversations are based on your 3D. So it's like, we still haven't talked. It's been 4 months since we haven't talked. Why isn't he contacting me? Why am I still blocked? He's still fucking not contacting me. What am I doing wrong because we're still not talking? When is he going to talk to me? That goes against what the fuck you're affirming for. Okay? That's your problem. That's your problem, because how have you been manifesting the entire time? You were not robotically affirming for your breakup. At least I would hope not. You weren't like, he's going to break up with me. 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 He's totally going to break up with me. I'm so broke. 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 He's going to block me. 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 Did you do that? No. But what you did do is talk to homegirl or anyone who would fucking listen, and you'd be like, bitch, we are not good. He has changed. He's not the same. I don't even know if he loves me anymore. He is acting so strange. He's totally different. I don't even understand what's going on. I don't know if he even wants to be together anymore. I think he might be talking to someone else. That's what you did do. And then poof, it showed up to be true. Because either way it goes, you're always right. So what the fuck are you wanting to be right about? Well, this is the problem. This is where you're affirming. But remember, your inner conversations are already assumptions because it's based on your current reality. It's based on things you see in your 3D, which have already created assumptions because you're like, well, this is true for me. Duh, I can see the shit, which is why ignoring your 3D is fucking the stupidest advice I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay. So, but your assumptions, current assumptions now are based on your 3D. So while you're affirming, you have to create the repetition. But if you keep acknowledging the things in your 3D, you're negating your affirmations, which holds it right in place because you have to remember that these are already assumptions because it's already in your 3D. So it's already an assumption. So the point of robotic affirming is to create the repetition to get into the subconscious mind, which is what pushes out. But you don't even give that shit an option because you're too busy in your inner conversations being controlled by the 3D. That's your problem. That's why things don't work. Thanks, Bray Girlfriend. She says she's got more movement with me. Stick with me and I got your back. Because that's what we do around here. Okay? So you have to remember that. So on the, if you're going to say like, well, what's more important? What's more important? Affirmations or inner conversations? By far your inner conversations because that produces really quick. Affirming, yes, you should affirm to discipline your mind, right? To discipline your mind, to tell yourself something different. Tell yourself something different because you're wavering and you're spiraling and you're going all that based on the fucking 3Ds. But inner conversations push out very fast because you didn't give it another goddamn fucking thought. You didn't suffocate it. You weren't pressuring. You weren't putting pressure. Let me just put pressure. Instead, you just were thinking random thoughts, right? Because you process 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So what are you processing when your mind goes rogue? And the only reason why your mind free roams, right? You process 2 types of thoughts a day. Focused thoughts, which is when you're working, when you're having conversations, things like that. It's focused thinking. Okay, so you process focused thoughts. But Aquila, please stop listening to subliminals. It's not needed. Nowhere in my 4-step process did I say you need to listen to subliminals, did I? I don't think so. Subliminals don't work. Okay? Yes. Good, Vanessa. So SP added her back on Snapchat. Why wouldn't he? And listens to our playlist, etc. Of course, why wouldn't they? So, okay. If you want a subliminal, here's what I would subliminally do. Leverage what you know he's doing. Oh, so he added back on Snapchat. He's listening to our playlist. Cool. Well, I'm going to throw a couple songs in there speaking directly to this motherfucker. Right? A lot of people, it depends on your personality, but a lot of people speak through songs. They express themselves through songs. So put a couple songs on the playlist that express yourself without expressing yourself. Does that make sense? And then, yes, stop calling them third parties. We call them gutter trash around here. Okay, we don't compete with trash. Gutter hose, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Gutter trash. Okay, so you need to remember this. Okay, you need to remember this. Okay, so your inner conversations are very, very important. Now, could they be construed as affirmations? Sure, because there's 3 types of inner conversations you process. The first one are random thoughts that you have, which is AKA an affirmation, if you will. But I'll tell you the difference is the random thoughts that you process are not robotic affirmations because robotic affirmations are scripted. They're scripted. It's something you've written down. You say it over and over again the same fucking way, which is why you shouldn't change your affirmations every waking second you get. Okay? So, because you have to have the repetition. But random thoughts, yes. Are they affirmations? Yes, but they're not scripted. So, can you say the same random inner conversation, random thought multiple times? Yes. But you're not like robotically affirming it. You're saying it in a way that's natural to you, because tonality is not, okay, so communication, in case you're fucking new here, communication, the words that come out of your mouth is only 7% of total communication. The other 93% is tonality and physiology, which is why text messaging gets fucked up, which is why emojis was invented. Because you go off of their tone. If people write in all caps, what do you think they're doing? Yelling. Who the fuck decided that shit? But that's what we automatically go through. So this is where LOL, LMAO, LMAFAO, all that shit, emojis come into play, because it adds tonality to the text. So you get an idea of their tone. So when you say inner conversations, it should be said in a way, even though it could be word for word verbatim what you say often, it's said differently. You're not robotic, okay? So when you're robotically affirming, you're saying, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. No personality. Robotic. Hence robotic, okay? So when you have inner conversations, though, you're like, I know he's thinking about me right now. See the difference? Tonality is involved, okay? Where you toot your own horn, golden baby love, this is how you put yourself on the pedestal, is where you would say this stuff, where you're like, look at him on TikTok. I know he's only on TikTok right now because he wants to see if I'm on TikTok. See what I'm saying? Tonality, the way you say it. Okay, it's the way you say it. You say it with an assurity, confidence, certainty, like, because I'm a bad bitch. Of course, why wouldn't he be looking at my shit? I know he's looking at my stories. Why? He checks my stories out every fucking day. Of course he does. Like, he doesn't live with you right now. There's gutter trash. I know he's having the most miserable night of his life right now. They're totally arguing right now. I know they are. So what I'm saying? Tonality. Natural inner conversation. Now, can I say the same thing 55 times? Sure. You don't need to say it in a row. You can say random things, right? Because those all are manifesting, okay? But when you add tonality behind it, so like every day you could have the same inner conversations with yourself. Like, he knows the only thing that feels right to him is us being together. Like, duh, right? It's that kind of attitude. He knows he only sees the future with me. Sure the fuck does. That's how you would talk. If you were a conceited ass bitch, that's what you have to remember. Or man, if you're a conceited person with a huge inflated ego, and you were talking to your bestie, and your bestie was like, dude, what's up with you and SP? And you were like, bitch, let me tell you, he'd be scrolling my, I know he's scrolling my Instagram right now. Yeah, he's for sure coming home. Why the fuck wouldn't he? Yeah, he knows he only sees the future with me. Like, I know we're getting back together. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You can say that daily, but it's the way you say it. That's what pushes out. And then you throw random shit out there. Like, he's totally going to call me today. Like, I know he's talking to his mom right now about how much he misses me and he wants to be with me. And I know his mom is telling him how he fucked up and that I'm perfect for him and he's never going to find anyone like me and that we need to get back together. Inner conversation. You're doing them anyway. But your current inner conversations are all based on your fucking 3D. Your new inner conversations, this is where you leverage. And you say, this is what we bet, because we leverage everything around here. This is what we do. So you have to sit there and say, okay, I've been manifesting the entire time through inner conversations, but the inner conversations have been based on my 3D, which is why shit gets worse, not better. So if I know this, then I can leverage that. And I can now, instead of letting my inner conversations be based on my 3D, I can leverage my inner conversations and control them. And if I start controlling my inner conversations, then my 3D is going to change because it's only staying in place and not changing because I keep fucking having my inner conversations based on my goddamn fucking 3D. So if I controlled my inner conversations, what do you think might happen? Your 3D might change to match, just like your 3D is constantly changing now to match your inner conversations about being blocked. Last time I checked, you're still fucking blocked, bitch. Akula, you do not need to make subliminals because subliminals are wasting your time. It is working, but try right-clicking on the link tree. Because sometimes people aren't able to access it, but if you right-click on it and open it in a new browser, it'll work. And if it's not working, then just send me a DM or send Bevy a DM and we'll get you hooked up. Okay? So that's your guys' biggest fucking problems. Did I explain things clear enough? I hope I did. Because, we are talking about Mira. This is again. Oh, look at that, Akula. He texted me now. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he text you now? Why wouldn't he? When you channel your Queen and King energy, they'll do whatever you want. Okay? Mira, what? Okay. This is for all of you. Okay? This is for all of you. You guys are constantly fucking saying the stupidest shit. Well, what if I don't believe it? What if it feels fake to me? This, that, and the fucking third. That's the stupidest shit in the world. Because you're saying things and just saying things. You're not like, but do I believe it though? Hold on, first of all, but do I believe that thought though? Does this seem fake to me? Or does it not seem fake to me? You're not doing that. You're just saying shit to be saying it. So did it feel fake to you when you were thinking about your SP wanting to leave you and not want to be with you and wanting to fuck with other people and not wanting to be with you? Did that feel fake to you then? But it manifested, didn't it? This is your guys' biggest fucking problem, is you overanalyze the shit. What if I don't believe? What if this feels fake? What if I feel like I'm just making this shit up? It doesn't feel natural. Well, then don't do it. How about that? Then don't do it. And how about you continue to do what feels natural for you and fucking let your 3D control your fucking thoughts, because that feels very natural to you. And how's it working out? How the fuck is it working out? Because that's your problem. And it's not just your problem. That's your problem, is you very much, it's so easy for me to think the negative. I'd rather just think the negative because that is so natural for me to just continue to acknowledge the fact that he's not fucking contacting me. He's not fucking talking to me. That's natural. So I'll just go with that thought process instead and just hope and pray on a wishing star that one day he gets a fucking grip. That's what you'd rather do? Because that's what feels natural to you? Because that's what feels better for you? Because that's what makes you fucking feel good? Because that's what you've been doing. And has your 3D changed? Let's just think logically speaking. I'm not asking, don't fucking take my word for it. Has your 3D changed because you've been doing what feels natural to you? When I was 220 pounds and I was manifesting losing weight, do you think it felt natural to me to tell myself I was fucking sexy and fine as shit? Do you think it felt natural for me to be like, I can lose weight no matter what I eat? Every time I eat tacos, I lose weight. Do you think that fucking felt natural to me? No. But did I lose over 100 pounds in 11 months? No diet, no exercise, 1,000%. Did any of that feel natural to me at the time? No, but I did it anyway. If you're broke, does thinking you're rich and having a lot of money feel natural to you? No. But you do it anyway and things change. Or you can sit there and continue to fucking be like, it just doesn't feel natural to me. Nope, nope, I don't believe it, so I just rather do what I'm continuing to do now because that's really working out for me. That's your fucking problem. That is your problem. You want a different result. You want them to get the light bulb that goes on in their fucking brain. You just want them to all of a sudden have an epiphany fucking moment and decide, you know what, that is the love of my life. Even though I'm going to continue to tell myself he doesn't want to be with me, but all of a sudden he's just going to get the light bulb moment that goes on in my in that head. This is not a fucking fake reality show. This is your fucking life. And when you were thinking about him leaving you and not wanting to be with you and not having the same feelings for you and this, that, and the fucking third, guess what? It didn't feel real to you then, did it? But the breakup happened, didn't it? So get a fucking grip, because this is your problem. You continue to fight and argue for your fucking limitations. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You continue to justify why you don't have your shit. How's that working out? You continue to make excuse after excuse after excuse on why you're spiraling, why you can't get a grip, why you don't have your SP back. Excuse after excuse after excuse. For fucking what? Because you're still not with them. So if you want a different result, guess what you need to do? Something different. What you've been doing this entire time, but the opposite of what you fucking want. That's what you need to do. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the stories you keep telling yourself that don't benefit you. Stop with all that shit. Because it's fucking stupid. It's really fucking stupid. And last time I checked, you're still not going to get your shit. So either you want them to completely ignore you, not want to be with you, and not do any of that shit, or you're gonna want them to fucking think about you and obsess with you all fucking day long. What's your pleasure? Which one makes you feel better? That they want nothing to do with you and they're ignoring you and don't want to be with you, or that they absolutely are thinking about you all day long and want to be with you? Which one makes you feel better? How is the decision hard? It wasn't hard for me. This to me was common fucking sense. Why in the fuck would I want to feel like shit all day? Why in the hell would I want to sit there and talk shit to myself all fucking day and hurt my own goddamn feelings all day? Why in the fuck would I want to do that? No one had to tell me that shit. To me, that was common goddamn sense. So why in the fuck is it hard for you? Why is it so easy for you to think the negative? To hurt your own feelings over and over and over again, to shit on your fucking self over and over and over again. But expect them to see the great in you. Newsflash, they only see the great in you when you see the great in your fucking self. Get it together. Get it together. It's fucking annoying. It's annoying, and it's fucking annoying. And the reason it's annoying is because how in the hell are we supposed to help you get your fucking SP back if you don't fucking change? You need to stop with the bullshit. You need to change. They don't need to change. You do. Because every one of your exes has only one fucking thing in common. You. So when the fuck are you going to change? When are you going to do something different so you can start to get a different result? Because clearly, if you don't break the patterns, care to guess how your relationship is going to end up? The same goddamn way it's been ending up. Not together. Not together. Or you can kindly bow out of this fucking life and continue to go do what the fuck you've been doing. Because I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. And if you think in a million fucking years, you're going to come in here on this live and come with some fucking victim mentality shit, and we're going to be like, oh my God, I love that for you. It's all right. That ain't never going to fucking happen. That is never, ever going to happen. Ever. I will die before I ever tell someone what they want to hear over what they need to hear. If that makes me the bad guy, well then I'm fucking fine being the villain. Because I will always tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because that's not a fucking coach. A coach doesn't sit there and want to coddle your fucking ass. It's called a fucking mother. I will always tell you what you need to hear. Because that's how you change. That's how you do things differently. And that is how you get a different fucking result. So stop being a fucking bitch. Stop being a bitch. And start being a queen. Start being a king. And channel that energy. And you care to guess what you're going to get. Queen and king results. Stop being a bitch. Taylor. Period. I don't give a fuck. You think I don't tell my 14-year-old daughter that? I do. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. She's 14. She's old enough. 14-year-olds these days think they're 20 fucking 4. Well, cool, sick. Then let me talk to you like a 24-year-old. Stop being a bitch. I'll tell her that. Stop being a bitch. Start acting like a queen. She's like, you know, I have a million swear passes. You keep calling me a bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm telling you to stop acting like one. Snaps for Carrie. Period. I don't give a fuck, but that's why she's amazing. That's why she's amazing. So I'm going to tell you one more time. Stop with your bullshit. Stop with your bullshit. I literally just spent, and that's what pisses me off. I spent 3 hours of my day every single fucking day with you guys. Then all you guys do is get off the live and go about all the spiraling and negativity shit you can possibly think of. You just make up shit. And I was like, what in the You know, it's that saying, you can bring a what is it? You can bring a fucking horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's exactly how it feels. I can tell you exactly what the fuck to do, but I can't make you do it. And if you don't want to do it, sorry, Desiree, you might have missed my bitch fest, but welcome to the family where I never tell you what you need to hear. I never tell you what you want to hear. I always tell you what you need to fucking hear. And if you fucking get out of line, you want to spiral and you want to come with some bullshit excuse and be a victim in your own reality, well, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking bitch at you and yell at you and scream at you. And that's because that's how I get your results. But that's why I have the success rate I have. Because I'm not about that life. This is not This is not an SP thing. This is an evolution. Do you know how much society would change if they stopped being a fucking victim? In general, this is in life. Stop crying and do something about it. I'm never in the complain about it business. I'm in the solution business. That's how I've lived my entire life, which is why I will always find a solution, which is why I always get what the fuck I want, because I reject anything I don't like. I don't accept shit in my reality I don't like. When in my thoughts, because that's the only thing I'm in control of is my thoughts, I refuse to believe anything that I don't fucking like. Like when I tore my left glute bowling, and they said it would take, 2 to 6 weeks, assuming it was a mild tear. And I was like, you got me all the way fucked up. 2 to 6 weeks. You lost me 2 to 6 hours, bitch. In 2 days, totally healed. I have the ability to change things within less than 24 hours because I discipline myself, because this is far beyond SP, and this is a life lesson that they don't teach you in school. Stop accepting what you don't like. Stop letting people hurt your feelings. Stop doing all that shit. Do you understand? I know your ass just said yes, because I'm sure we get new people all the time, so I'm pretty sure we might have to reiterate and go through this again maybe tomorrow, who knows, 2 days from now if you guys behave correctly, but who the fuck knows, because it is the weekend. And so you do know what this weekend is, because I do have to jet, because I got to get ready for my fucking intensive on Zoom. I am going to offer the replay, 7-day intensive, to get your SP back in 7 days. If you want it, I will have that there. But here's your task, and you already know what the task is. Based on where you're at, this is 100% of you. If you're in no contact with your SP, your job is to create contact. I did not say force the 3D, okay? But discipline your fucking mind. Discipline your mind, and I want you have till Sunday at midnight to break no contact with your SP. And you're going to do that by disciplining your mind into the fact that, of course, why would they not want to contact you? Why would they not? Of course they're going to contact me. They think about me all the fucking time. Inner conversations about all they can do is think about you and want to be with you, period. Everybody else, you have until Sunday at midnight to get them to tell you everything you want to hear. Validate everything you want to hear. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that. They're going to tell me everything I want to hear. They always tell me everything I want to hear. He's going to tell me everything I want to hear. She's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Period. Do you understand? Now, I'm going to go breathe before I jump on, and don't yell at the people in the intensive, because they actually, are committed. There's that part. Okay. I love all of you besties. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. So if you ever miss a live, go there, subscribe. While you're there, watch them, but stop fucking watching and being a lifelong learner and start being a lifelong implementer. Okay? How about that? Because that's what gets you results. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people manifest their, I love you too, Irene. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people manifest their SPs back, and I've only been teaching this shit since February. I am here to completely debunk all the bullshit on the fucking internet because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's that part. And I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks, and I've managed to cut that time in fucking half. So if you do what I say, then you'll be back with your SP, period, because I don't settle for less around here. We are like family around here, so join the fucking fam bam, okay? We do have, if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one, all links are in my bio or description if you're on YouTube. We also do have SP stories, self-concept stories, gutter trash stories, and songs which are fucking lit and fire, which, we'll play at your wedding any fucking way. There's that part. We also have a WhatsApp group. I highly suggest you join because you will get inspired by all these success stories, but you also get advice in there too. And we're a family, period. So you don't go through anything alone. We also have text coaching as well. All right. Okay. I love all of you, besties. All links are in the bio, sis. On my page. Okay? You're going to love it there, though. Okay, somebody just joined yesterday and has already got movement by watching one live. And she got movement. She's been wanting to hear something from her SP for 3 fucking years. Well, he confirmed it all. After one live. Okay, that's what we do here. We get you fucking results. All right, I love you, besties, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.